So there's a WWE pay-per-view in the horizon coming in July called Great Balls of Fire. Yes, that is an actual pay-per-view name. Yes, it's a rather stupid name. No, it doesn't make a lick of sense. But then what did you expect from a wrestling organization who once named one of their minor shows Beware of Dog? Which, in all honesty, would have been a better name than Great Balls of Fire. If nothing else, it would have made sense because when you think about it, one of Roman Reigns' nicknames is the Big Dog. And so if you have a pay-per-view called Beware of Dog, you could build that whole show around Roman Reigns, have him beat everyone in the first hour of the show, and then for the next couple hours, he stays in the middle of the ring, he howls a bit, and he does that thing where he gives his wrist a hand job or whatever that's supposed to be, I don't know. And then, of course, because it's advertised, you set aside about 10 minutes for Brock Lesnar to show up, give some jobber a bunch of suplexes, collect his paycheck or something, and then we don't see him again until... Wait, I'm sorry, what was I supposed to be talking about again? Alright, okay. Sorry, everybody. My bad. Okay, first of all, I want to apologize for the background noise in the background. That's just the backup drive moving stuff. Normally, I would have that thing off, but I'm just sort of doing this on a rush and that sort of thing and stuff. Anyways, I was going to use this space to talk about the news out of the Sega camp that the upcoming Sonic Forces will include a feature where you can create your very own custom animal character. Now, I was going to say absolutely nothing about this for a few minutes, just ramble on it like I usually do, just so I could slip in the comment about this feature being the closest we're going to get to having a Sonichu character be featured in an official Sonic the Hedgehog video game. But then you had that Backlash Network event happen, and, well, Backlash happened, and, well, that's a thing that happened, yo. Yeah. And it's been a few days, but yeah. So so anyone who doesn't watch wrestling, please stop this video now, because that's all I'm going to be talking about for the next few minutes, unfortunately. Yeah. So Jinder Mahal is your WWE champion, which is something of a surprise, I'm sure. And safe to say most people, myself included, figured this would be a short-term thing to give Randy something to do before we get to the next show and he gets to play with someone else in an effort to make people care about the latest Randy Orton world title reign. But then RKO's WWE title reign took a dive. And now we have Jindermahinder as WWE champion, and I'm actually okay with that in some strange way. Like, I shouldn't be. But look, you can bitch about the way he went from zero to hero seemingly out of nowhere. You can argue that this is just a public relations move to try and boost business in Jinder's native Canada. I mean India. You could say that Jinder's only there because of his look. You could claim that Jinder hinders the ratings, and that's why they're pretty much shit at the moment, though to be fair, the last SmackDown did see a bit of an increase, so there's some interest there. Kinda, sort of, maybe. And you could make all these points, valid or otherwise, and honestly, I wasn't really into the whole thing, because again, this is the same guy who got punked out in a battle royal by some doofus back at WrestleMania, and now he's suddenly challenging for the title, and it was easy to assume he'd an RKO. 1, 2, 3. Go back to doing the favors while business as usual with Randy, but Jinder winning the title, that's actually quite interesting to me. I didn't catch SmackDown because I was working, but yeah, that's actually kind of interesting to me. Now, this could either be the most brilliant move on the part of creative, or it could very well be the biggest dumpster fire in the history of dumpster fires, and it could be a clear sign that, creative has no fucking clue on what they're doing. But I can't say it's going to be an interesting ride. Like, my interest has sort of been waning. I've been just relegating myself to watching the pay-per-views, the network events, whatever you want to call it, and trying to catch up with what I can. But Jinder Mahal winning the WWE Championship, and never would have saw that coming. And it's someone different, and it's someone new, and it might not be the guy that people want to see, but sometimes you can't have it both ways. Sometimes they'll push a new guy that people actually like, and then they'll push a guy that nobody really cares for, and apparently people are really taking into Jinder, which is cool. It's nice to see them cheer for a guy or react, in a proper way to a guy that WWE actually wants to push instead of, you know, shitting on a guy because he's the chosen one or something to that extent or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's sort of my 5 cents on the matter. Congrats to Jinder. All the best to him. Don't know if it's going to be a long reign or if it's just going to be a short-term thing and he drops it back to Randy, but honestly, I hope he does keep it for a while. If nothing else, it'll be an interesting journey, not only in terms of the television, but also in terms of the online reactions, which is kind of interesting to say the least. And that could only be a good thing, as far as I'm concerned, is that people are reacting, people are talking about it, and yeah, that's all I got. That's all I really got. Anyways, just thought I'd chime in on that matter, and that's all I got. So, thanks for sticking around. Till next time, take care and good night.